Good morning and welcome to the Standing Committee meeting for Wednesday, January 6, 2021. Council will continue to meet virtually until further notice. Meetings can now be viewed live on the city channel as well as live streamed on YouTube. Our first order of business is public comment, and I would like to remind all speakers that the rules of council state that comments are limited to matters of concern, official action, or deliberation, which are or may be before city council, and profanity will not be permitted. Please provide us with your name and neighborhood for the record, and you will be given 3 minutes. Our first speaker is Ikuhana Halmalkina. Is Ikuhana Halmalkina with us? I do not see the name. Therefore, our next speaker is Kota Kibe. Is Kota Kibe with us?
Greetings. I was just unmuted. I don't know if that was by accident. I'm Shaman Pamai Chakmam Yahalahi, not Kota Kibe, but my mic was unmuted. That might be a mistake.
Okay. Well, if you would begin with your
comment. Great. Thank you. Just wanted to be clear so you knew who was speaking. Greetings, everyone. Reminding City Council of their obligation and the oath that they've taken to the Constitution has been a consistent theme with the Iroquois Confederacy members calling in weekly. And just as a reminder, there's also the oath that you take to your charter. And in speaking about the charter, it's very specific when it relates to resources and what it is that is to be done with those resources. So for us, as the Iroquois Confederacy of Aboriginal American People, and excluding Indians not taxed, according to Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 of the Constitution, of which you are sworn and taken an oath to honor, defend, and to protect. The resources thereof are the resources that belong to the Iroquois Confederacy, the Aboriginal people, and excluding Indians not taxed on our lands. We have met continuously with several of the city council members there, and we give gratitude and thanks for those meetings. So moving forward, in continuing these government-to-government conversations, meetings, resources are to be placed upon the table. We are not to be taxed, and including in that description or definition of taxed is to be censured, to be harassed, to be waged a tax upon, various meanings that all mean the similar things, that we are not to pay to live on our lands. Now, it is a payment process that happens with citizens when they come upon the land, and they are given permission through their oath and defending of the Constitution that they get some privileges. The Iroquois Confederacy of Aboriginal American People, and excluding Indians not taxed, do not have privileges. We have rights. And in exercising our rights to our resources, such as water and gas and electricity, we are and will be submitting legislation that will detail how that is to be distributed to us as the Indians not taxed on the lands, the original people of the land, the true stewards of the land. And so look forward for those documents to come across your desk and those emails to be received in your email boxes as we continue our correspondence with you in a most positive way in honoring our government-to-government relationship that we have established in the Constitution and other bodies of laws and many treaties, as well as House Congress Resolution 331, 100th Congress second session, and House Joint Resolution 76, House Resolution 3, and multiple other bodies of international laws. So I thank you, and again, I leave you the way I came, in peace. Look forward to continuing our conversations, our discussions, our meetings, and our actions moving forward. And I yield.
Thank you very much. That does exhaust our list of registered speakers. We now move on to our standing committee agenda. And will the clerk please take the roll?
Reverend Burgess.
Here.
Mr. Coghill,
Here.
Ms. Gross,
Here.
Mr. Kraus,
Here.
Mr. O'Connor,
Here.
Mrs. Kell Smith,
Here.
Ms. Strasburger,
Here.
Mr. Wilson,
Here.
Mr. Lavelle, Chair.
Here.
9 members present.
Thank you. Our first committee for today is Finance and Law, which is chaired by myself. We have one new paper, Bill 1018.
Councilman Lavelle presents Bill number 1018, resolution authorizing the mayor and the Bureau of Neighborhood Empowerment to execute relevant agreements to receive grant funding from the Hillman Foundation to support the Imagination Library program for the city through the Dollywood Foundation, providing for an agreement and expenditures not to exceed $50,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That takes us to our Public Safety Services Committee, which is chaired by Councilman O'Connor. One new paper, Bill 1019.
Bill 1019, resolution authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of Public Safety on behalf of the city to enter into a professional services agreement and/or contracts with Cultural Humility and Equity Collaborative for the purpose of creating a cross-cultural training for public safety officials to better bridge divides between public safety officials and members of our immigrant, refugee, and international communities in an amount not to exceed $50,000, subject to appropriation.
Motion to approve. Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That takes us to our Public Works Committee, chaired by Councilman Coghill. One deferred paper, Bill 955.
Bill 955, resolution vacating a portion of Wycliffe Street, a 50-foot right-of-way laid out in the H.M. Vessel's plan of lots recorded in Plan Book Volume 11, page 64 in the 10th Ward, 7th Council District.
Motion to hold for 1 week.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill will be held 1 week. That takes us to our new papers, Bill 1027.
Bill 1027, ordinance amending the City of Pittsburgh Code of Ordinances at Title 4, Public Places and Property, Article 1, Public Right-of-Way, Chapter 416, Obstruction, Sections 416.20, Approval Process for Sidewalk Cafe, including permits and fees, to further extend the effectiveness of certain temporary expedited measures for the City of Pittsburgh Sidewalk Cafe permit application process through April 15th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That takes us to Bill 1028.
Bill 1028, resolution amending Resolution 37 of 2020 to allow for multiple agreements as necessary to authorize certain easements in connection with the construction of Duquesne Light Company's new Brazzi electric substation and the installation of an underground electrical system to connect the substation to the existing electrical distribution system for the surrounding area.
Motion to approve.
Second, very brief discussion. Madam Clerk, when I click on the hyperlinks for the summary or cover letters, it says it's redirecting, but they're not coming up. Just for your edification, thank you.
Do you, Councilman Kraus, do you have a proposed amendment to this bill?
I do not, that I'm aware of.
Okay,
Let me
Mr.
look.
Chair, Mr. Chair, I believe there is an amendment.
There is.
Yes.
That the Councilman Coghill and I are presenting. Thank you very much. It is technical in nature and it adjusts the dollar amount for the permitting fee, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, thank
If I
you.
could jump in, Councilman, from what I understand, we kind of grossly overestimated the cost for them to come onto our easement. And that was, they had an estimator out there and reconfigured a new price, much lower price. And, they came to terms on that. And That's the amendment.
Okay.
Yes, the price is reduced from 190,000 to 84,000. Thanks, Councilman.
You got it.
You all want to make a motion to amend then?
Yep, motion to amend.
Second.
Any discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? The bill is amended. Any further discussion on the bill as amended? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? The bill is recommended. That takes us to our Intergovernmental Affairs Committee chaired by Councilwoman Gross. One supplemental paper. Bill 1030.
Bill 1030, resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an administrative order on consent with the Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency in order to implement requirements associated with a NPDES stormwater permit.
Motion to approve discussion.
Second.
I just want to thank the administration for being able to pull together the executive session. And I do want to acknowledge that bill is expedited, but it has to do with the kinds of cooperative agreement adjustments that we've been doing with PWSA for a number of years now, where we're sorting out who's doing what for stormwater. We've seen basic things like who's cleaning out catch basins and et cetera. And so we will be probably hearing more about this throughout this year in terms of, finally sorting out who is doing what as we move forward. So I'm supportive today and appreciate everybody's time and attention who was able to make the executive session.
Thank you very much. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That takes us to our final bill, Bill 635.
Bill 635, resolution adopting plan revision to the City of Pittsburgh's official sewer facilities plan for 1501 Penn Avenue.
Motion to approve. With
Second.
I'll say add discussion, please, Mr. Chair. So this bill I've been holding a bunch of times, and I just also want to acknowledge that this is the 20-story proposed office tower in the Strip District. It had failed at Planning Commission earlier in 2020. It has passed Planning Commission now, finally. But just to follow up on the last bill, I was able to ask the solicitor to also help us untangle why bills for sewer modules are hitting our agendas kind of haphazardly, sometimes too late in the process where a building's already been in construction, and sometimes too early when a building proposal doesn't even have permits from other departments. So this one seems to be at the right point now. So motion to approve.
Second. And
Sorry,
Mr.
I
Chair.
already did that.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to thank Councilwoman Gross because she has been amazing working with these all the plans with the sewers and the sewer modules and just PWSA in general. So I just want to thank her and Councilwoman Strasburger for her serving on PWSA board. But I thank Councilwoman Gross for being really diligent on making sure that this process is more in line with the way it should be. So thank you, Councilwoman.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That does exhaust our agenda for today. We do have a meeting announcements. This afternoon at 2 p.m., Council will hold a cablecast public hearing on Bill 959 as it relates to an intermunicipal liquor license transfer for Pizza Palermo. To register to speak, please call the City Clerk's office at 412-255-2138. You may also register by going to the council meeting webpage and filling out the sign-up form in its entirety at pittsburghpa.gov/clerk/council meetings. Registration will end at 12 noon today. Is there any other comments from members? If none, we need a motion to approve the minutes and adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.